G'day, I'm Clive and welcome to part 11 of my camping, hiking, storage build with YouTube studio and office space. Now it's been a while since I put one of these videos up, so I thought I'd give you a little update of where it is. I've done a fair bit since the last video. Not so much on this side. I've added some doors down here just to close that cupboard off, which means I can throw stuff in there out of the way for now. I've added a temporary door down here just so I've got somewhere to get my tents put in there and put away. And these are here to stop Puss getting in there, getting comfortable and clawing. I don't want my tents or my tarps or anything like that getting damaged, even though I wouldn't mean it. He's got his own cosy little bed on the corner of the counter over there. Now what have I got done? Now the sound deadener underneath here was annoying me a bit, because when I'm sat over there I could see little bits sticking up and down and it didn't look right. So instead of having a 2-inch one, I went with a 1-inch one and I replaced all that underneath. It's doing the same thing, it's stopping the echo. It hasn't made any difference, not that I can actually notice, to the amount of echo it's reduced or taken away, so I'm not bothered with that. That's all good. This one, standing up, you can't see it. This is a 2-inch one underneath here. It doesn't bother me, you can't see it on the camera, so that's fine. I'm not going to change that one. I have swapped lights around a little bit. I didn't have enough lights to go all the way over into the office area or studio area that I wanted. So these ones are still, all 8 of these ones are all white. But what I've done is, I've got the 3 white ones here, 3 white ones along the top, which I'll be showing you shortly. But the underneath ones is I've got a red one on either side and a white one in the middle. The white ones aren't needed in these areas, they're just really for display now and for plonking things down out of the way. And that's going to be the same over that side. I've got a red one with a white one in the middle. The lights have been changed, yes. The counter is wider now that way because I've got some storage over there for the office, similar size to this. I'll give you a quick look. There is boxes over there, crates over there, which I'm still going through, sorting, organising, trying to figure out where I want to put them. Hello Puss. What I want to keep, what I want to get rid of, what I don't need, all that sort of things. Now the main thing I've done, I'm actually looking at. Over this side, where you are, I had 3 tripods standing up. Light, camera. When I started YouTube, what it was 2 big box lights I bought, because a pair of them with tripods I think cost about $135 or $125 at the time on one of the I think it was eBay or one of those places. It still work great now, fantastic. But I changed to an LED light, I think it was that one. And because I liked it, I bought a second one. So I'll show you in a moment what I've got done. Now if I'd bought the things for what I'm looking at now, which is I'll tell you now, it's the bar. It goes across the roof. I've got my lights coming down off it. I've got another one coming down here, adjustable arm with the camera on, so I can reposition that, bring it closer, further away, lift it up, looking down on the counter whilst I'm doing reviews. So the original bar, just for the bar itself, I was quoted 275 Australian dollars, which to me it's about, I think, 3.5 meters in length. To do exactly the same thing, I spent, including the fixtures, it came to $27.30, about $37. Was it? No, it wasn't, sorry. $35, and I got some fixtures left over, some fittings where I used to actually screw to hold the bar down. What I ended up doing, instead of going with the 40mm one they wanted, made of aluminium, all the fancy stuff and everything else which I'll never use, I went to the local steel merchant. And if you're here in Australia, go and have a look at Armadale Steel. They do some great stuff there, some great bargains, and it works out a lot cheaper if you're going to do similar yourself, instead of buying one of the big ones. And if you've got cabinets like I have and you can bolt to the top of the cabinets, go and get a bar, a steel bar. I think the actual thickness of the steel was about 3mm. The actual radius, is it radius? Yeah, the radius, which is going across the bar, not around it, works out to about 22-23mm. It's no sagging it, because I've got two fixtures either end holding it on top. No sagging it with the weight of the camera I use. I've got the two lights in it, no sagging it. I've got the power pack which the light goes to go down to the main power at the other end. I've got one strip of Velcro which is holding the wire up there. I need to get a couple more little ones. It's holding it up. It's just, I think, me being pedantic on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and tidy, clean looking. So yeah, so for $35, just for the bar, that is, cheap as chips. And then the cost, actually, if I thought about it, for the cost of just the bar, I could have bought the two lights, which I'll show you shortly and tell you what they are, and the bar for that price. So I've saved a lot of money. Actually, I've saved a lot of money. The power pack is very similar to the ones you get on your computer. All I've got there is a bracket that normally goes onto the handlebar of your motorbike or your push bike, with a mobile phone holder connected to it, and that clamps the power pack and just holds it up there, safe, out of the way. The camera bar, like I said, that's adjustable. I was looking for something, and I was thinking having something coming off the top, coming down. Then I saw this thing and I thought, perfect. And it actually worked out cheaper than buying a single bracket and the bar coming down with the camera holder on the end with just stiff. And the only thing you could move at the end was either the bar up and down that way or the camera like that. Whereas this one, I can bring the bar up, down, zigzag out, move the camera, twist the camera upside down, all the different angles, and the clamp was cheaper than just getting that bar and single clamp. And that was without the cost of the actual connector at the end for the camera. Okay, what I'll do, I'll grab my other camera and I'll just show you the little things I've done. Well, not so much little, there's a lot of work went into it, but I'll show you what's been done. And then I'll show you the bar and how I got it set up, and the cameras I'm using, and this arm coming down. On the other camera now, to take the glasses off so I could focus. The thing I showed you was this cupboard here. The same as these cupboard and the others. I've just got 3 hinges either side and 2 doors, which means I can get in and out and store things in there. You saw me building the shelves similar to these in there few videos back, quite a few videos back, one of the first videos. That's got my the sewing machine on there. I've still got to put 2 tops to the shelves, and I was thinking about putting some hooks in the back of that one so I can hang smaller bits at the back and just have stuff at the bottom, like a couple more packs or anything needed. And over to here, the bottom cupboard here, it's just a temporary door at the moment. I'm going to replace this and the door, and have 2 opening doors. And the back of this one I'm going to have a strip, so when this one closes it sits on it. And then I only have to put some bolts on this one here, top and bottom. And I'm going to do that on all the other 3. So I'm going to have 4 sets of doors, and in between each section I'm going to divide it off. So in there at the moment is my tents, and once the divider's in there, I could fit all my tents in there, stacked on top of each other, and just slide out the one I want. And then it means these other three are going to be easier for organising. I do have crates with my gear in these cupboards at the moment. They're good for holding your gear, carrying them around, putting them in the back of a van or in the back of a truck or something. But you lose so much space in the cupboards by using them in this situation. That's why the divider's going in. And I'll see how it goes, and I might put a shelf across one or two of them, just so I can have storage at bottom and top, so I can have tarps and hammocks, or hammocks and tarps and another one. I've still got to finish here off. I've been umming and ahhing about what to do down here. I'd love to have a go at making some drawers for the 4 small shelves, and then just have these, the big one at the bottom there, and there's doors, and that one has one door. So it may take some time with me doing it. What else on this side? Is anything else on this side we've done? Oh, you'll probably see at the top some sound deadening running across the top. That's not fitted yet. When I ordered the stuff for here, it was so cheap to buy a large bag. It was only like $20 more than if I bought 24 of them. I got $20 more, and I ended up getting about 56 of them. So that was okay. That was okay. So they're all around there in place waiting, but that's going to get panelled behind there with soundproofed with a frame behind there, and that frame's just going to be connected to the top of the cupboards with angle brackets to hold it in place. Because if I can get away with drilling anything into the wall, I will, and that way I won't have to drill anything at all. And what I've decided to do, I've mentioned before, is on that framework I'm going to make it a little bit wider, about 2 inches now. I was only going to make it about 1 inch, but I thought, no, if I come out that extra inch, it gives me a nice little shelf, easy access to it to fit my LED lighting, and it actually pushes the light just a little bit further around the architrave in there. And it just, I put a little torch up there, and it looks so much better doing that rather than having it a lot closer to the wall. So that's what's going to go up there, and that's going to go where the hats are. That type's going to finish there, and the eggshell, which I've got on the back here, is then going to go from that point all the way down. And the same if you look at the mess over here, I've still got to peel off some paint, fill the holes, sand it back, primer, or seal, primer, undercoat it, ready. I'm going to put the same there, just have a little framework with soundproofing built into it. But again, from halfway point, the same as this side, it's going to be the eggshell going all the way around into the office area and studio area, we'll call it, because all the studio gear is on that side. Now let's show you what's pointing at me. And there it is. Oh. Light bar going all, or light bar, camera bar, studio bar, what you want to call it, going all the way over across 3.5 meters, and it's connected to the top of the cupboard there. Now you'll see here I built a post or a pillar. Now when I start doing the office, there's going to be cupboards built there, the same as we got here. Cupboards at the top, shelf, the monitor's going to be underneath, and I'm actually rebuilding the desk to match too. The hardest part about going to do desk is getting it level. I don't actually do much writing on there, so it's only going to be the computer, and if I am going to do any writing, I'll just get the not the computer, sorry, the keyboard. But if I am going to do any writing, I'll just get a little notepad or a pad to fit down on there, so it's level, or even sand it. I might sand it back just to get as level as possible, but most of the time when I write I use a notepad. But now let's take you over here and show you them. Okay, we're over at the office side now. Now I've got my desk here, I've got a lamp, as you can see there. It's one of those extendable ones which I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to keep that or not, because when I build the same as the units over there, I'm going to fit lighting underneath. So my camera's back to front too, which is what I'm looking at here, so excuse me. So my monitor is, let's get it on so you can see where that is at the moment. There. I've got some of the sound deadener, that's not fitted, that's just squashed behind the monitor and being held by the lamp. And just doing that behind my sound bar down here, the sound made a big difference. And also when I stood over there, it stopped a lot of the echo coming off the wall here. But this is where I do all my editing at the moment. An old corner desk with the back cut out to allow for the 22.5 degree angles. But that's getting replaced, like I said, I'm building a new one. The actual cupboards are going to actually come flush against this, so this matches that one over there, and like I said, we're going to have that built in across the top, and that top bit with the sound in it is going to go around the whole room. Now it's all this we get through, actually we'll be doing bits here, bits there. Again, it's going to be built up. This needs re-rendering. This used to be an archway here, and we put the door in a few years ago, and because I'm using this as my office, this side didn't get done. The other side got done in the passageway, all smoothed back and painted and nice. Not in here, so I'll get this done. But this is going to have the same as over there, built around, nice strong frame all the way around, and I'm going to fit a barn door on here, so I can either have the top open or the bottom open, so it's going to have a double door. The barn door I'm going to hopefully work out a way so it's not too heavy to build it with soundproofing on the inside, so you can't see it. May get away with it, may not. If not, it doesn't really matter. But that means it's all going to match in this room. Every wall is going to look the same. That corner bit there, my wife wants the cupboard at the bottom and the shelves kept. They've been a perfect spot for hanging my sleeping bags, but never mind. So again, I'm going to build a frame around that side and just have a door to close that off. A shelf at the top, and I'll do exactly the same. I'll just run all the way around the soundproofing on the top. And I've been wondering what to do up here, but I've figured it out. I'm just going to have a small shelf going around. Maybe not, we'll see. Actually, I'll make my mind up. Scrub that bit, make my mind up later. See what I can make work, because I haven't did up the doors and that. The actual sound deadener might just come to the end over there. Actually no, I can run it like I've done over there. I'll just run a strip of wood just so it looks decent, with the sound deadener on top and the LED lighting, so it continues all the way around. Now I carried that all the way into here because this isn't going to be on camera all the time, and that just looks nice as the wood. I've got the sound deadener top and bottom, and that does make a big difference just by putting that on the wood there and having that bit up on the top. Even though it's not fitted, it makes a big difference with noise in here. The echo off the walls where it bounces back and you hear all the sound and the noise and the tinniness. It's brought the tone down in here, so it's not much background noise now. I've got to seal the windows because there's noise coming through there because they're sliding windows, and it's being old, need to replace all the seals on it, which that'll take probably an hour or two, that's all. Cupboards, this side. Now this side are not two big giant ones. I've divided it into four. I've got 1, 2 behind all the boxes here, which I'm having to go through and sort. 3, 4, 5, 6. So most of my office gear, when I open that, I've got my little drawer sets pulling it out, being organised. Some for my camera gear in there, which will be transferred to there, the camera gear. So it's going to be office gear this side, studio and camera gear on that side, and what doesn't fit in either will go in there and be organised. Right, the arm to this here, it's on a company called Small Rig, and it's a great bit of kit. Came with a clamp. This is all adjustable. You loosen it, you can move it up and down, and around, and it comes down to another piece. Do the same again. Another one here again, going to the camera mount here. The camera is on. That can be adjusted, all angles, taken out and down. You can buy these sections, so if I wanted to I could extend it. I think you can actually get a single piece length, so one day I may buy a single piece length so I can take it out and down over the counter, but it's not needed at the moment because I could use a small tripod. The lights I'm using, if you're interested, are the Yon New, and they're the YN 300 Air. Now they do have YN 300 Mark III out, which is a lot brighter they are. I'm tempted to buy one just to go above the camera to light up a little bit more, but from what I've seen of the videos coming out since I put it up here, I did a couple of testers, they may not be needed. So that is where we are at the moment. Coming along slowly but surely. I hope you've enjoyed the updates of how the camping, hiking, storage build is going, YouTube studio and the office area are going for all my editing. I know it's been a large break in between, but hopefully hopefully the next 6 months, maybe a little bit more the way things go, I'll have it complete. And I'll do my best to set the camera up and show you as I go along. Now, the one thing I'm really looking forward to having a challenge of doing is them 4 drawers. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, the 4 drawers that are going to go here. Because being able to just pull a drawer out, have little bits in there instead of having them laying around on the shelves and on the tops, is going to be great for tidying up and organising it. Oh, you notice this? I thought I was ordering a little hook and loop morale patch. It was about $7-8 off Temu. And it came back number plate size for your car. I like that. That was a nice surprise, that was. I must have clicked the wrong button. Yeah, but it's been great showing you around what I've got done so far, what my plans are. It's been great talking to you and discussing about that wall there where the door is. I hadn't figured out what I was going to do until just then. Like I've done here, I've got this fascia bit on the actual shelving, and I brought it around the side here where the sound deadener sits on top of it. I'm just going to run the same across there, so then it matches with this end, and it actually looks, it's going to be set back. It means the sound absorbers are going to be set back that little bit, so it's not like they're just stuck on the wall. It's going to look like they're actually sitting on top of it. So thank you for that. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, go down below and click on the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please go down below and click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell next to it and select all, so you can be notified of all future videos. And if you are already a subscriber, again, I thank you very much.